There's peppermint in the air, and you know what that means. Nintendo is done making games for the calendar year, and now we finally get to find out how bad they screwed Pokemon this year. Starting this year out, they released Fire Emblem Engage, and I didn't play it. Something very common with me this year, and really every year. Although I've played far more games this year than usual, starting off with The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom, which released in May. And there wasn't a single new Nintendo game I played prior to that. Although I must say that Metroid Prime Remastered is an incredible game, and the release of it is hopefully good news for the rest of the franchise, so that they might be re-released with proper traditional controls. Overall, Metroid Prime Remastered is a great game, and if you haven't played it yet, you probably should. Now, before we go on to Tears of the Kingdom, we gotta talk about the movie of the year. Because this year, Mario finally returned to Hollywood after 30 years, and he returned with a bang. Do you realize how much $1.36 billion is? It's the same amount Tears of the Kingdom made. So, let's talk about the second best game of the year, The Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. It's great. It's so great you'll hardly notice how mid the story is. Yeah, if you've been on this channel for the slightest amount of time, you would know my thoughts of this game pretty well. Nonetheless, it's still an incredible game, and that's undeniable. For every flaw I have with the story, I have dozens of compliments for the gameplay, because it truly defines the open world Zelda experience. Absolute Freedom is the name, and Tears of the Kingdom is the game. Now, being completely honest, I'm so glad they've said they'll be moving on to a different Link and a different Hyrule, because we've been on this Hyrule for about a decade, and man, is it kind of boring now. Not that it's bad, I just want something new. Something dark. Something linear. Even though that's definitely never gonna happen again. Continuing on this Zelda train, we did get news of a Zelda movie coming eventually, and honestly, I don't know how to feel about it. It's got potential to be really cool. It seems like it's live action, but it's also trying to match the style of anime, so I have no clue what to expect. The best thing to do right now is wait and see, and in the meantime, we can play Everybody 1-2 Switch. Because, I actually played that game. It's not the worst. It's definitely not great, and you'd be much better off getting Clubhouse Games or Mario Party for any parties, but it'll be fun for a few minutes the first playthrough around, and not much longer afterwards. The first game actually faced a similar issue, but I feel like it's even worse in this game. Still pretty crazy that it exists at all, but for $30, it's not that bad. What's really bad is the fact Pikmin 4 didn't make Game of the Year. I am so incredibly upset at this. Pikmin 4 is peak. I really enjoyed Pikmin 4. I wasn't too hyped for it until literally a week before it released, and now I am pleading for Pikmin 5, because this game absolutely nailed the Pikmin 2 formula. Although not as hard even in the post-game section. Pikmin 4 was incredibly fun, and I literally could not stop myself from 100%ing this game. I would never leave an area without collecting every treasure, and I'll tell you, when you can make me do that, you've got a great game on your hands. The only other game that could make me do that was Spider-Man 2, and I 100%ed that game within the first week. Still, Pikmin 4 is my game of the year, and screw Joff for snubbing Pikmin 4 of its rightful nomination and win. Now, as we enter September, we got one of the best things from Nintendo for the whole year. No, it wasn't the technical return of F-Zero. If you remember, in September, we had the September Nintendo Direct, and with it, Metroid Prime.
Oh! Yes!
This is the best day ever. Single-handedly, the best moment from this year. Screw Pikmin 4, screw Tears of the Kingdom, screw Joff. Paper Mario is so back, and I can't wait for us to get a new game in 2 years that's a sequel to Super Paper Mario just to frig with us. Anyways, S099 is pretty cool, and I haven't played it since September. Let's talk about Mario Wonder. I haven't played it since October. I really have a problem. I've enjoyed what I played, but I'm really bad at finishing some games. I might beat it eventually, but definitely not by year's end. I don't think I've even beaten New Super Mario Bros. U. I beat Luigi U, but that game had Luigi in it, so I had to. Although I haven't beaten it, Super Mario Bros. Wonder is an awesome game, and I hope it means we'll be getting more unique Mario games in the future, and Wonder stages in Smash and Mario Kart, so I can feel high in every Nintendo game. Now, at last, we can look at the final Nintendo release I played this year. Mario RPG rocks, and I've only played it up to unlocking Geno. I'm so sorry, guys. I honestly am. I should beat it. I should, but anytime I'm close to playing it, I have a sudden urge to play Ocarina of Time for the 12th time. Or I have to watch a 16-hour video essay about iCarly. I can't explain why, but it's impossible for me to finish most Nintendo games. So that's why my New Year's resolution this year is to buy every important Nintendo game in 2024 and only beat Paper Mario the Thousand Year Door. And that's all. Merry Christmas if you're watching this. And at any point other than today, you're late. But thanks for watching this video anyways. Truly, Nintendo has had a fantastic year this year. But with the Switch in its zenith and a new console coming soon, Nintendo has many great years to come. And I can't wait to see those years with all of you. And I hope you'll be here with me. Until then, make sure to leave some figgy pudding for the rest of us. And as always, keep cool. Ho ho ho.